My child, stop right now wherever you are. Do not scroll past this message because heaven has set an invisible clock for this exact moment. We need to talk for 2 minutes right now, and you must hear me before time runs out. This encounter did not find you by accident today. It was written in eternity before the foundations of the earth were laid. Please do not hurt me by ignoring this call. Put down the heavy noise of your busy day. Silence the racing thoughts in your mind for just 2 brief minutes. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath and let the chaos of the world fade away completely. You have been running for so long. Your body is tired and your spirit is weary. I know the heavy load you carry in secret. I watched you in the quiet hours between midnight and morning when sleep refused to come to your eyes. I saw you turning over every unanswered question, every deep fear about tomorrow, and every burden you had no one to hand to. You felt completely alone in that dark room. You wore a gentle smile like armor during the day to keep everyone else comfortable while you were quietly falling apart inside. People looked at you and thought you were strong. They assumed you had everything under control because you never complained. But I saw the tears you wiped away in private when no one was watching. I am not speaking to you today with reproach or demands. I am not here to count your mistakes or judge your weariness. I am stepping directly into your path because you are standing at a crucial crossroad today. You are much closer to a wrong turn than you realize, pushed by an exhaustion that has drained your spirit. I need you to hear my voice above the loud noise of your daily life. What you called a painful delay was actually my sovereign hand holding you back from danger. What felt like a sudden loss was me making room for a greater harvest. You passed the hardest test, which was the test you did not even know you were taking. My beloved child, do not walk away from this encounter now. Heaven does not call an ordinary meeting, and I do not speak idle words into the air. Time is running out for the season of lack and confusion that has held you back for years. A holy turnaround is beginning right here, in this quiet moment. You have asked me why the doors remained locked right when you were ready to walk through. You have wondered why the people you trusted most walked away when you needed them most. Keep these questions close to your heart right now, because I am unveiling the exact answers you have sought in prayer. Do not let your mind wander, and do not let fatigue rob you of your breakthrough. The adversary wants you to scroll away so you remain trapped in the same cycle of anxiety. He knows that the shift occurring in your spiritual atmosphere right now is permanent, and he is terrified of what happens when you listen. I see the exhaustion pressing against your chest. I see how hard you have tried to keep your faith alive when everything around you seemed to fail. You felt like giving up so many times, yet you kept going with trembling hands. That was not weakness in my eyes, but it was holy endurance. You are my precious child, and I have set you apart for something extraordinary. I did not bring you through the long wilderness just to leave you in the dust. The furnace of affliction was not designed to destroy your spirit, but it was sent to separate the gold from what was never meant to stay with you. Stay with me in this holy hour, because what I am releasing into your hands today will alter the trajectory of your entire lineage. I am lifting the heavy fog from your mind right now. You can breathe deeply again, and you can let go of the heavy weight you were never meant to carry alone. Listen to the sound of my voice as it settles over your spirit like a peaceful blanket. The invisible clock is ticking, and these 2 minutes are setting a new foundation for your future. Do not treat this as an ordinary moment on your screen. Stand still, quiet your soul, and prepare to receive what heaven has reserved for you. There are 3 heavy seals that have held your destiny captive in a dark waiting room. Today, every single one of those seals is cracking open under the weight of my authority. I am restoring your peace, I am pruning your connections, and I am releasing the provision that was held back in secret. You do not need to fight this battle alone anymore. You do not need to stay awake at night, trying to figure out a solution that only I can provide. Hand me your worries right now, and let my presence fill every empty space in your weary heart. Your season of silent suffering is officially coming to an end. Look up, my beloved one, for your redemption is closer than it has ever been before. Lower your defenses, open your heart, and let my love dismantle every fear you have held onto. The key to your freedom is being placed in your hands right now. Stay right here, for I am about to speak directly to your soul. My child, you have spent too many days looking at your circumstances through the lens of fear. You have looked at your empty bank accounts, your fractured relationships, and the silent rooms where your prayers seem to bounce off the ceiling. but I tell you today that my silence was never my absence. While you were weeping in private, I was working behind the scenes on your behalf. While you were wondering if heaven had forgotten your name, I was writing your victory into the scrolls of eternity. You are not a forgotten soul wandering in the dark. You are a chosen vessel, selected for a divine purpose. Give me these next few moments without any distractions around you. Turn off the competing voices of the world and clear your mind of every pressing chore. What I am about to declare over your life will bring a deep, unshakable peace that no human opinion can ever take away from you. The 2 minutes are counting down, but the grace available to you in this moment is endless. I am opening your eyes to see the unseen spiritual battle that has been fought over your soul. You are emerging victorious, my child. Stay close to me, listen carefully, and let my words heal your wounded spirit right now. But before I reveal why those doors were locked, I need you to look at the silent tears you shed when nobody was watching. I see the hidden places of your life that you keep locked away from everyone else. I know what happens when the evening comes and the rest of the world goes to sleep. You lie awake in that dark, quiet room. And as you stare at the ceiling, your mind begins to spin with 1,000 thoughts about your future and your family. You try to pray, you try to hold on to faith, but the silence in the room feels so heavy that it presses against your chest. You have carried this heavy load for so long without complaining to anyone. Every single morning, you get out of bed and put on your shoes. You wash your face, you look in the mirror. And then you put on that brave smile like a heavy armor so no one around you will ever guess how exhausted you truly are. You go to work, you take care of others, you answer every request with a kind and gentle voice. People call you strong because you never break down in public. They bring you their heavy problems because they think you have unlimited strength to offer them. They do not realize that your reservoir is completely dry. And when you return home at the end of the long day, you fall into a chair. You have given away every single drop of your energy to people who never ask how you are doing. My child, I have recorded every single act of love you performed in secret. I watched you give when you had almost nothing left in your hands. I saw you forgive people who never even apologized for the deep wounds they caused you. You chose mercy when your human nature wanted to fight back, and you chose to keep your heart clean while living in a world full of bitterness and strife. I know the question that has been burning quietly in your soul for months. You have looked at the sky and wondered why I remained silent while you suffered. You prayed for a financial breakthrough, but the bills kept piling up on your table. You prayed for healing in your relationships, but the distance between you and the ones you love only seemed to grow larger every day. You asked me where I was when those doors slammed shut in your face. You wondered if you had done something wrong to deserve such a long and painful wilderness. The adversary whispered lies into your ear during those sleepless nights. He told you that heaven was ignoring your prayers. He told you that you were falling behind while everyone else was moving ahead effortlessly. I need you to listen to me very carefully right now. Those lies from the enemy were designed to make you give up right before your harvest arrived. The silence you experienced was not my abandonment, and it was never a sign that I had turned my back on your life. When an earthly father watches his child take a crucial test, he remains completely quiet so the child can focus. My silence was my highest form of confidence in what I placed inside your spirit. I knew you would not crumble under the heavy pressure. I knew you had the holy endurance to stand firm even when you could not see my hand moving in the dark. You were not being punished in that lonely wilderness, but you were being prepared for a weight of glory that would shock your enemies. Do you remember the night when the pain was so intense that you could barely breathe? You wept into your pillow so no one in the house would hear your tears. You felt like your heart was breaking into 1,000 tiny pieces. I was sitting right beside you on that bed. I held your hand in the quiet darkness, and I caught every single tear before it hit the floor. Not a single tear you shed was wasted in my sight. I took those tears of sorrow and stored them in my heavenly bottle as a holy witness to your faithfulness. You thought you were losing your mind during that season, but you were actually passing the hardest test of your entire life. You proved that your love for me was not based on easy blessings, but it was anchored in true devotion. Look at your hands right now, my precious one. They may feel tired, and they may feel empty after pouring out so much for others. But these hands are about to receive what heaven has held in reserve for this exact hour. The season of pouring out without receiving anything in return is coming to an end. A divine balance is being restored to your life right now. You felt a deep ache in your soul because you felt completely misunderstood by the people closest to your heart. You poured your life into relationships, only to be met with cold betrayal and indifference. They took your kindness for weakness, and they walked away when you could no longer supply their selfish demands. You wondered why I allowed those people to hurt you so deeply. I saw the betrayal that broke something deep inside your chest. I watched as you picked up the broken pieces of your heart while trying to understand why loyalty was repaid with cruelty. You tried to fix things that were never meant to be fixed by human effort, and you blamed yourself for failures that were actually my active hand protecting your future destiny. I cleared those people out of your life because they were consuming the grace that belonged to your future. They were comfortable with your smallness, but they could never handle the magnitude of where I am taking you. Their departure felt like a painful reduction, but it was actually my holy pruning. I cut away those dead branches so you could bear fruit that lasts forever. Stop wearing that smile like a heavy armor for just 1 minute. You do not need to act strong when you are standing in my presence. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to lay down your guard and let your spirit rest. I am your safe fortress, and my arms are open wide to hold you while you recover your strength. The heavy fog that has lingered over your mind is beginning to lift right now. Can you feel the gentle warmth of my peace settling over your shoulders? The internal noise of fear is fading away, replaced by the quiet assurance that your Father has everything under control. You are no longer fighting this battle in your own limited strength. I know the financial burden that kept you awake night after night. You looked at the numbers and saw no logical way out of the dark maze. You felt embarrassed, and you felt like you had failed those who depended on your provision. But I am the God who makes a way in the wilderness, and I am unlocking reservoirs that the enemy tried to keep hidden from your eyes. Inscribe these words in your mind right now, because your story does not end in defeat. The wilderness was not your final destination, but it was merely the training ground for your victory. You were not broken down in that dark season. You were being broken open so that the precious oil of my anointed grace could pour out over your entire family line. But before we step into that breakthrough, I must show you the dangerous turn you almost made. My child, hear me carefully as we step deeper into this encounter. You have felt completely abandoned during the silent months behind you. The quiet room felt like a cold punishment. And every single time you tried to make sense of the closed doors, your heart sank deeper into confusion and despair. But I need to reframe everything you thought you knew about my silence today. My silence was never my absence. It was my active hand of divine protection holding you back from a hidden trap. You looked at those locked doors and wept because you thought you were missing your greatest opportunity, but you could not see what was waiting behind that door to consume your peace. I slammed that door shut to save your life. If I had allowed you to walk through that door in your previous season, you would have been destroyed by hidden toxicity. The people inside that opportunity were not equipped to handle your destiny. They would have taken your kindness and drained your spirit until you had nothing left to give. I protected you from a disaster you did not even know was standing in your path. You called it a painful delay. Heaven called it divine protection. You called it a devastating rejection. Heaven called it a holy redirection away from an early grave for your dreams. I love you too much to grant prayers that would ultimately destroy your future lineage. Trust my hand even when you cannot trace my plan in the dark. Now, I must issue a serious warning to your heart right now. You are standing much closer to a dangerous wrong turn than you realize today. Weariness has been quietly pushing you toward decisions made from pure desperation rather than quiet faith. You are so tired of waiting that you are tempted to settle for something far beneath your royal destiny. The adversary knows how exhausted your spirit has become over these past months. He sees the heavy fog in your mind, and he is trying to trick you into making a hasty move. He wants you to open a door that I explicitly closed for your safety. He wants you to go back to people, places, and habits that I pruned from your life. If you make that decision out of weariness today, you will step into a long cycle of unnecessary pain. You will waste precious years trying to fix a situation that was never part of my divine design for you. I am stepping directly into your path today to stop you before you take that fatal step. Stop and listen to my voice before you make another move. Inscribe these words in the comments right now to seal your mind against confusion. Write "believe" in the comments right now to lock this sacred truth into your spirit. When you declare your faith in writing, you set an invisible boundary against the lies of the enemy. Let your declaration echo through the spiritual atmosphere today. You have felt like giving up because the pressure felt too heavy for one person to carry alone. You looked at your bank account and saw nothing but lack and shortage staring back at you. You wondered how you were going to make it through the coming month without a sudden miracle occurring. But I tell you today that your shortage is the exact meeting place for my supernatural supply. Look at the story of your life with spiritual eyes right now. Every single time you thought you were at the very end of your rope, a way appeared out of nowhere. When you thought you would sink under the dark waves, an invisible hand lifted your head above the water. I have never failed you once, and I am not about to start failing you now. The enemy wants you to believe that your current struggle is permanent. He whispers that you will always be stuck in this low place while others prosper around you. He wants you to focus on your current lack, so you forget the infinite power of the God you serve. But that argument is a complete lie, designed to keep your head bowed in shame. Your current location is not your final destination. The valley you are walking through is merely a temporary corridor leading straight into your greatest season of favor. You were not brought into this wilderness to perish in isolation. You were placed in this quiet space so I could refine your soul and strengthen your spiritual muscles for the harvest. Think about the gold that enters the hot furnace of the refiner. The fire feels intense and terrifying as the heat rises all around it. The raw metal feels like it is being completely destroyed by the flames. But the master refiner never leaves the side of the furnace while the process is taking place. He leans in close, watching every degree of the heat. He does not keep the gold in the fire a single second longer than necessary. He keeps it in the heat only until all the impurities float to the top and melt away completely. And he knows the process is finished when he can lean over the liquid gold and see his own clear reflection mirrored on the surface. You are that precious gold in my eyes, my beloved child. The heat you experienced in that wilderness was not sent to burn you to ashes. It was permitted to burn away the false dependencies, the people-pleasing habits, and the fear of failure that held you back for years. The fire was your holy preparation for royal authority. You are emerging from that furnace right now, with a faith that cannot be shaken by earthly storms. You are stepping out of the shadows with a quiet confidence that does not depend on human approval. The season of being tested in secret is coming to an end, and the hour of public restoration is standing directly at your door. Do not rush out of my presence right now to chase after worldly solutions. The quick fixes offered by the world will only leave you feeling more drained and broken than before. Stay right here in this sacred encounter, because the key to your complete freedom is being handed to you in this exact hour. You thought you were falling apart into tiny pieces during those painful nights of quiet weeping, but I need you to hear what was actually happening in the realm of the Spirit. You were not being broken down into dust, but you were being broken open so my anointed oil could overflow. Hear what I am about to reveal next about your furnace of refinement. You felt completely broken into 1,000 pieces during those dark nights. You thought your spirit was crushed beyond repair. The weight was unbearable, and as you sat on the floor with tears running down your face, you believed that your story was ending in complete ruin and shame. But I need to reveal a sacred truth that will change how you view your pain forever. You were not being broken down into dust. You were being broken open so that the precious oil of my grace could pour out over your life. Think of a fragile alabaster jar filled with sweet perfume. As long as the jar remains sealed and unbroken, the sweet fragrance inside stays trapped within the clay walls. It cannot fill the room, and it cannot touch anyone nearby. It is only when the jar is broken open that the valuable oil escapes and fills the entire house with its heavenly scent. The adversary looked at your broken heart and declared that you were ruined forever. He celebrated your tears because he thought your spirit had finally collapsed under the heavy pressure. But what the enemy designed for your destruction was actually my holy method of unleashing your true glory. The world measures strength by how well you can keep everything together on the outside. Humans admire armor, polished silver, and untouchable pride. But heaven looks for brokenness. Heaven looks for the humble soul that surrenders its own agenda and allows my divine light to shine through the cracks of human weakness. Your cracks are not flaws. but they are the exact places where my power enters your spirit. Think about King David when he was hiding in the cold, dark cave of Adullam. He was running for his life from a cruel enemy. He had lost his home, his title, and his comfortable surroundings in a single day. He sat in that damp cave, feeling completely abandoned, forgotten, and surrounded by men who were broke, bitter, and distressed about their own uncertain future. It felt like the end of his destiny. It looked like a cold graveyard for all his royal dreams, but that dark cave was not his final resting place. That cave was the exact furnace where his warrior heart was forged and prepared to rule a nation with righteousness and wisdom. In the quiet darkness of the cave, David learned to trust my voice above his own fears. Your wilderness season has served that exact same holy purpose in your life. The wilderness stripped away all the loud distractions that used to consume your daily attention. It forced you to stop relying on human promises, worldly shortcuts, and fragile earthly safety nets. When everyone else stepped away, you were left alone with my presence, and you learned how to pray with real desperation. Look back at the heat of the furnace you walked through over these past months. It hurt when people you loved misjudged your quiet intentions. It hurt when you gave your absolute best effort to a cause, only to receive cold indifference and silent rejection in return. Every burn mark on your soul felt like an unfair scar that would disfigure your future forever. But the refiner does not burn the gold to destroy its worth. He burns the raw metal to separate the pure gold from the cheap dross that clings to its surface. The heat was permitted to burn away the people-pleasing habits that kept you trapped in toxic cycles for decades. The fire burned away the subtle pride that made you rely on your own intellect instead of my guidance. Pause with me right now in this sacred, quiet space. Take a deep, slow breath and feel the heavy tension completely melting off your shoulders right now. You do not need to carry the scorch marks of the past as a badge of shame anymore. Speak silently in your heart right now and say, "I am pure gold," and let my peace flood every corner of your mind. You are stepping out of the furnace today, my beloved child. Look at yourself through my eyes right now. You do not smell like smoke, and you do not carry the ashes of defeat on your clothes. The flames burnt away your ropes, but they could not touch a single hair on your head because I was walking right beside you in the middle of the fire. Think of how the earth hides its greatest treasures deep underground in darkness for thousands of years. The diamond stays buried under massive geological pressure before it ever sees the morning sun. You were not hidden in that dark wilderness to be forgotten or discarded by heaven. You were being kept in divine reserve until you were fully formed to shine without breaking under pressure. The enemy fought you so fiercely in that furnace because he smelled the sweet perfume that was about to pour out of your broken vessel. He knew that once you realized your true value, you would become completely unstoppable in my kingdom. He tried to make you swallow your own tears in bitterness, but you chose mercy and forgiveness instead of hatred. That holy response proved that the refining process was complete inside your soul. You passed the hardest test with flying colors, my precious one. The oil of joy is now replacing the heavy spirit of mourning that weighed down your heart for so many years. Your story is becoming a living testimony that will ignite hope in thousands of weary souls who are currently walking through their own dark furnace. You thought you were losing everything during the long winter of your testing season, but you were actually gaining an eternal weight of authority that no human institution can ever revoke. The furnace door is swinging wide open today, and you are stepping out onto the firm ground of your divine destiny. You are moving from the wilderness directly into the land of abundance and overflow. I am placing a new mantle of holy authority upon your shoulders in this very hour. You will no longer walk with your head bowed in confusion or shame. You will step forward with the calm confidence of someone who has walked through the hottest fire with the Almighty God and emerged completely untouched on the other side. Now that the gold is pure and the vessel is broken open, I am ready to address the next major barrier in your life. I am restoring your royal identity and removing the false labels that were placed upon your shoulders by broken people. Listen carefully as I explain why certain individuals had to be cut away from your inner circle. My beloved child, stop defining yourself by the counterfeit labels that broken people placed upon your shoulders. The enemy has whispered lies into your spirit for years. He told you that you were a failure, that you missed your timing, and that your past mistakes ruined your divine future. I dismantle every single one of those counterfeit labels right now. My light fills your soul today, and those harsh opinions were never my truth. You are not a victim surviving the storm. You are a royal heir to the kingdom of heaven, selected before the foundations of the earth were laid. I handpicked you to walk through this exact generation with power and purpose. Stop looking at your life through the eyes of a beggar who hopes for leftover crumbs. Stand tall in my presence right now. Lift your head and remember whose blood runs through your spiritual veins. The scars you carry on your heart are not marks of shame. They are holy evidence that you survived the fierce battles that were designed to destroy your mind. Every wound you received while protecting others has been transformed into a fountain of anointed authority. You proved that what surrounds you does not get to decide what comes out of you. You are pure gold emerging from the fire, and your royal authority is being fully restored in this hour. Now, let me open your eyes to the deep pain you felt when certain people walked away from your life. You cried when those friendships dissolved into cold silence. You blamed yourself for the broken bonds, and you wondered why your loyalty was repaid with sudden betrayal and malice. You tried so hard to hold those doors open, even when it cost you your peace and your self-respect. Hear my voice clearly today, my child. Their sudden departure was not your failure, but it was my active hand of divine pruning in your life. The smallness of where those people were comfortable could never contain the massive weight of glory where I am taking you next. If I had allowed them to stay in your inner circle, their hidden envy would have poisoned the harvest I prepared for your lineage. A gardener does not prune a healthy branch because he hates the vine. He cuts away those branches because he loves the plant and wants it to bear fruit that lasts forever. That clearing of your social circle felt like a devastating reduction, but it was actually my careful preparation for your expansion. I removed the lukewarm companions, so I could surround you with holy allies who honor what you carry. Let go of the bitter resentment you have held toward those who walked away when you needed them most. You do not need to seek revenge or prove your worth to people who were blind to your value. Release them completely into my hands right now. When you forgive them, you break the chain that binds you to the past, and you step into freedom. Inscribe these words into your atmosphere right now with unwavering confidence. Speak with authority into the air around you and say, I am free from what holds me back. Feel those ancient chains of spiritual attachment shatter into tiny pieces as you speak those words. You are no longer tethered to the opinions of those who abandoned you in your darkest hour. I am establishing a brand new foundation of divine connections for your next chapter. I am bringing loyal companions, wise mentors, and kingdom builders into your path. They will recognize the royal mantle on your shoulders, and they will stand beside you in battle without trying to compete with your light. The season of walking through lonely valleys in complete isolation is officially coming to a close. Stop looking back at the ashes of the past, my precious one. Do not spend another minute wishing to return to places where your spirit was starved. You were built for open fields, high mountains, and unhindered favor. The version of you that entered the furnace is dead, and the version stepping out today is clothed in royal dignity and unshakable strength. You are not falling behind in life, but you are being built into something that has never existed before. What the adversary designed to bury your dreams under dirt has become the very launch pad that positioned you for your highest calling. Look at the horizon with fresh hope today, because the gates of your promised land are swinging wide open right now. Wear your royal identity like a crown and walk into every room with peaceful confidence. You do not need to hustle for human applause, and you do not need to defend your value to those who choose to misunderstand you. Your heavenly Father holds the keys to every treasury, and your name is written upon the palms of my hands forever. The enemy tried to make you believe that your best years were behind you in the dust of past failures. He lied to you because he saw the immense light that is about to burst forth from your household. Your future will exceed your past in every single way, and your descendants will walk in the overflowing blessings that begin with your obedience today. I have watched you guard your mouth against bitterness when you had every human reason to speak harsh words. I saw you bless those who cursed your name in secret. That discipline did not go unnoticed in heaven. You demonstrated the character of a true ruler, and you proved that you can be trusted with immense power and wealth in my kingdom. Take a deep breath and let the quiet truth of your identity settle into your soul like a warm anchor. You are loved with an everlasting love that can never be earned or lost through human performance. You are my chosen vessel, my royal heir, and my beloved child in whom I am well pleased. No weapon formed against your destiny shall ever prosper. Now that your identity is secure and the toxic clutter has been pruned from your life, the spiritual atmosphere is completely clear. Something monumental is shifting in the unseen realm at this exact instant. Prepare your heart, for the 3 heavy seals of lack, confusion, and delay are about to be shattered in a single moment of prophetic power. Hear my decree right now. A massive shift is occurring over your household. The invisible clock has reached its final second. You wondered why I asked you not to ignore this call. It was because your destiny was hanging in the balance, and I could not allow you to walk into another season of confusion alone. The door was locked to shield your spirit until you were ready. You passed the hidden test of endurance. My authority is stepping in right now to dismantle every scheme of darkness against your family. The adversary fought you with unrelenting fury because he saw the immense light carrying over your life. He tried to lock you in a permanent prison of confusion and delay, but his legal right to oppose your progress expires in this exact second. Every dark altar operating against your lineage is being shattered right now. Every assignment of failure is cancelled. The heavy cloud above your head is lifting, and today, my prophetic voice is stepping directly into your circumstance to break the 3 heavy seals that held your destiny captive in the dark. You are stepping out of the shadow of defeat forever. I break the first heavy seal over your life today, which is the seal of mental torment and sleepless anxiety. For too long, you lay awake in the midnight hours with your heart pounding in fear. You turned over every unanswered question while the darkness pressed against your chest. The thick fog of depression and confusion is dissolving into thin air right now. You can breathe again. I command the heavy spirit of heaviness to leave your mind immediately. I release an unshakable peace into your soul right now. You will sleep like a quiet child in my arms tonight. You will know that my angels encompass your home on every side. Your mind is restored. The internal noise of fear is replaced by quiet assurance, and your soul is entering a season of deep rest. Now, hear my voice as I break the second dark seal over your life. I shatter the seal of relational betrayal and lonely stagnation. Every invisible chain binding your soul to toxic companions is severed by my sword right now. You are completely released from the guilt of past breakups and the deep pain of sudden abandonment. The people who left were removed for your protection. You wondered why those bonds broke so suddenly. It was my active hand pruning your life. Their smallness could never hold the magnitude of where I am taking you next. You will no longer be used as a stepping stone by people who take your kindness for granted. I am aligning your path with faithful allies who will honor your royal mantle and fight alongside you in battle. Your home will be filled with genuine love, loyalty, and deep respect. The long season of walking through lonely valleys in complete isolation is officially ended. A brand new chapter of holy community begins today. And now, I turn my authority toward the area where the adversary tried to crush your hope most fiercely. Prepare your spirit, for the 3rd seal is cracking open. I shatter the 3rd heavy seal over your household, which is the seal of financial lack and locked provision. For years, you watched your hard work turn into dust while bills piled up on your table. Debt pressed against your shoulders like a heavy mountain. The adversary tried to starve your dreams and convince you that you would always live in poverty. But that lie is destroyed. I declare over your bank accounts right now that the long winter of drought is completely broken. I command the locked storehouses of heaven to open wide over your family line in this exact hour. The resources that were withheld from you by corrupt institutions are being released into your hands with interest. You are moving from severe shortage into supernatural overflow. You will lend to many nations, and you will no longer borrow from the systems of this world to survive. Every single open loop of confusion in your story is completely closed and resolved under my light today. You know why the door was closed. You know why the test was required. You know why the people left, and you know that you are my royal heir. My glory is shining brightly through the cracks of your broken vessel today. You are no longer a struggling victim trying to survive the dark night, but you are a victorious warrior walking in full kingdom authority. The long winter of your suffering has passed, and your spring of favor is standing directly at your door. Rise up in your spirit and claim your total victory. The chains of delay are broken, and the seals of darkness are shattered forever. The adversary has been stripped of every weapon he formed against your name. No longer will you look back at past failures with regret, because your eyes are fixed on the magnificent future I have prepared for your lineage. Step forward with holy boldness right now. My favor surrounds you like a shield. Walk with your head held high because your victory was written in eternity before time began. The heavy burdens you carried into this encounter are gone. The tears of sorrow you shed in private have been transformed into seeds of joy. You are living proof that my power restores what the enemy tried to destroy. Feel the heavy weight leaving your chest right now. Your spirit is renewed, and your strength is fully restored. The spiritual atmosphere over your household is completely clear, and your freedom is secured in this holy hour. You have passed from the wilderness into the open field of my abundance. Nothing in heaven or on earth can stop the flood of blessing that is heading toward your home at this exact instant. Your freedom is complete. But to ensure that this massive wave of supernatural provision flows into your physical life without hindrance, you must grab the divine key of the open hand. A clenched fist holds on to fear. An open hand steps into unlimited supply. Listen carefully to what I am asking you to do next, as we position your seed for an everlasting harvest. My child, step into the full authority of this moment with an open heart. The 3 heavy seals of darkness have been shattered over your life, and the spiritual atmosphere above your home is completely clear. But hear me clearly as I give you a vital principle of my kingdom. Physical manifestation always requires a physical step of faith. A spiritual shift must be anchored into your earthly reality. Look at your hands right now, my precious one. A clenched fist is a sign of a soul operating from deep fear and poverty mindset. When you hold your hands tightly closed, you are trying to protect the little bit of supply you have left in your possession. You are holding onto that small portion because you are terrified that heaven will not supply your tomorrow. But a clenched fist cannot receive anything new from my hand. As long as your hand remains tightly closed in fear, you stay trapped in the smallness of your own human effort. You remain locked in an endless cycle of survival, holding on to crumbs while the vast treasury of heaven stands ready to pour over your life. But a royal heir walks with an open hand. A royal heir steps forward with bold confidence, ready to release a physical seed because they know my reservoir never runs dry. An open hand is a sacred sign of complete surrender and holy dignity. It declares to the unseen realm that you do not trust in fragile human safety nets, but you trust in the Almighty God who created the heavens and the earth. When you open your hand, you stop clinging to the small portion you can see, and you step directly into the unlimited supply of my eternal kingdom. Place a seed of faith upon the stone altar of this calling today as a prophetic decree over your future. Do not view this as a loss or a worldly transaction. What you release in faith does not leave your life, but it moves directly ahead into your harvest. You are not giving away a portion of your wealth, but you are planting an anchor into the soil of your divine breakthrough. Open your hand right now and let go of the fear that has held you hostage for so long. Release that seed as a physical testimony that you believe my promise above your current circumstances. When you lay your seed upon the altar, you are setting a spiritual boundary against every assignment of poverty and shortage that tried to consume your family line for generations. Inscribe these words in the comments right now to seal this covenant in the atmosphere. Write harvest in the comments right now. Feel the immense shift occurring in your soul as you proclaim your expectation. Speak with a firm and confident voice into the air around you right now and say, I am free from what holds me back. Let every dark spirit hear your declaration. The seed you plant today is a holy key that unseals the hidden reservoirs of provision that were held back from your eyes. It is your prophetic vote of confidence in the future I have written for your children. When heaven sees a soul that dares to trust with an open hand, the floodgates of favor open so wide that you will not have enough room to store the blessing coming your way. Do not let fear whisper that you cannot afford to step forward today. That fear is the final weapon of the adversary, trying to keep you chained to the same altar of lack that starved your past. Break that cycle forever in this very hour. Stand tall in your royal identity. Open your hand and step through the open door of supernatural abundance that stands directly before you. Every great harvest in sacred history began with a simple act of obedience. More so, when you honor my word with your substance, you align your household with the ancient covenant of divine multiplication. I am the God who multiplies the small seed into an overflowing basket that feeds thousands. Your seed is setting a new trajectory for your financial future starting today. You will look back at this exact moment in 2026 as the turning point of your entire financial journey. You will remember the day you chose faith over fear, the day you opened your hand, and the day you placed your seed upon the altar. The long years of struggling for every single dollar are coming to a complete close as my favor rests upon the work of your hands. Speak words of life over your seed as you release it into my presence right now. Declare that this seed breaks the curse of debt, dissolves every financial barrier, and opens doors of opportunity that no human can ever shut. You are no longer fighting for crumbs under the table of the world, but you are seated at the royal table of your Father, enjoying the fullness of my supply. Feel the heavy burden of financial anxiety leaving your chest right now. Can you feel the deep, soothing warmth of my peace flooding your mind? The fear of poverty is completely broken off your spirit. You are walking in total freedom, total assurance, and total alignment with my divine purpose. Your hand is open, your heart is ready, and your harvest is assured. Now, take a deep breath and prepare your soul for the final sealing of this sacred encounter. The seed is planted, the decree is made, and your royal authority is fully restored. Close your eyes for a moment, quiet your breathing, and let me cover your spirit with a prayer of eternal blessing that will guard your heart as you step forward into your bright tomorrow. Now, quiet your breathing, my beloved child. Take a deep, slow breath right now. Feel the heavy weight completely leaving your shoulders. The fierce battle is no longer yours to fight, because I have taken full command of your entire situation. The long season of striving in your own limited human strength is officially over, and as you rest in my quiet presence, a deep peace is settling over your mind like a warm blanket. Keep this private revelation quiet in your heart for a season. Do not rush into the world to explain your transformation. Many people were comfortable with your past smallness, and if you attempt to justify your blessing to critical minds, you will only invite unnecessary noise and distraction into your quiet sanctuary. Let your private fruit speak through your silent confidence. Lower your defenses right now. Allow me to seal every word today. You are completely safe in my presence. And as you quiet your thoughts, this sacred prayer will encompass your entire household with my divine protection. Heavenly Father, I bring this precious child into your holy presence in this quiet hour. I place my hand of blessing upon their head right now. I cover their mind with my peace right now. I command every lingering shadow of anxiety and mental fatigue to vanish from their spirit completely. Their thoughts are restored, and when they lie down on their bed tonight, grant them deep and undisturbed sleep that restores their tired body and refreshes their soul. Place your mighty angels around their home on every side. I seal the complete restoration of their physical strength today. Let every cell in their body align with divine health and vitality right now. The weariness is lifted, and as they step forward into their new morning, grant them fresh energy to fulfill every royal purpose you have written for their life. Every heavy burden of sickness and exhaustion is completely broken off their shoulders. I seal the release of supernatural provision over their lineage today. Break every ancient chain of poverty, debt, and generational shortage right now. The long winter of drought is ended, and as the locked storehouses of heaven open wide over their bank accounts, flood their life with an abundance that breaks the cycle of lack forever. They will lend to many and borrow from none. Grant them divine wisdom to manage the wealth coming into their hands. Teach them how to steward their harvest with kingdom authority. The doors of opportunity are open, and as they place their trust in your infinite supply, let their household become a beacon of generosity that feeds and blesses countless weary souls. They are moving from severe shortage into permanent overflow. I seal the complete healing of their broken heart and wounded emotions today. Remove every bitter memory of betrayal, rejection, and unfair loss from their mind. The painful scars are transformed into fountains of grace. And as your divine love fills every empty space in their spirit, Let them walk in total freedom from the heavy weight of past trauma. Their soul is completely whole. I seal the alignment of divine relationships for their next chapter. Surround them with loyal allies, wise mentors, and kingdom builders who recognize their royal mantle. The season of lonely isolation is finished, and as they step into your divine order, replace every toxic connection of the past with genuine love, unity, and mutual respect. They will never walk alone again. What you have sealed in heaven today can never be broken by any earthly power or dark scheme. The adversary has lost his legal right to torment this household. The wilderness chapter is closed forever. And because this child is stepping out of the furnace as pure gold, they are clothed in royal dignity and filled with my holy authority. They are a victorious heir to your kingdom. I seal my divine shield around their entire family line today. Protect their children from the snares of the enemy and the toxic traps of this world. Your favor covers their home, and as they walk through every open door of destiny, let your presence be a wall of fire around them that no weapon of darkness can ever penetrate. They are safe under the shadow of your wings. Feel my peace flooding every corner of your spirit right now, my precious child. You do not need to wake up tomorrow with fear or dread in your heart about the future. Your Father has gone ahead of you today. He leveled every mountain and smoothed out every rough path in your journey. Trust in my sovereign care, knowing that I hold your destiny securely in my hands forever. Walk into your morning with your head held high and your heart anchored in my everlasting love. You do not need to hustle for human approval. You do not need to defend your value to those who choose to misunderstand your path. You carry the mark of my divine favor upon your forehead, and your life will reflect my glory wherever you set your feet. Go forth with quiet boldness. You are living proof that my power restores what the enemy tried to destroy. Your testimony will ignite hope in thousands of searching souls across the earth. The long night of quiet weeping is over, and as you step into the open field of your harvest, remember that the God who brought you through the hottest fire is walking beside you into your greatest season of joy. Express your heart's agreement with this prayer right now. Lock this holy encounter into your spirit. Speak with confidence into the air around you. And as you step into your new season, declare your faith by writing Amen in the comments right now. If you desire to walk closely with our faithful remnant, see the pinned comment below to stay connected with this sanctuary. Keep this flame alive in your heart as you step into your bright tomorrow. Sleep tonight in deep and undisturbed peace, my precious child. The long night of sorrow has passed completely. Your morning of joy has arrived. What I have declared over your destiny today shall surely come to pass, and nothing in heaven or on earth can ever stop it. Peace be still. Amen and amen.